Hello, everybody. This is Patrick. He's from IV Alchemy, and I'm introducing you to him today. He is another asset in the event space, so I thought I'd bring him on to the YouTube channel. So welcome, Patrick.
Thank you.
And today you're going to share about what it is that you do and how you best support everybody that is going through the crazy times of either, planning or hosting a wedding or a large event, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. So now that we know you're the IV alchemist, what is it exactly that you do? What do you offer all of your clients?
Well, on the base level, I offer intravenous infusions. So I do vitamins, minerals. We also do injections. So I do a lot of B12, vitamin D, specialty infusions. We got glutathione, NAD plus. On paper, that's what I do. I like to think I provide a unique service based on your needs. So especially low hanging fruit. If you're low on vitamin D, yeah, I've got you. If you're low on B12, that's, I don't like to say easy, but relatively easy fix. What I also do is I have really good conversations about people and discuss what they need. And sometimes I can help a little bit and offer this infusion. And sometimes I'm good at like, okay, you actually you should go see this healthcare professional that's really going to help you out, like with burnout or with, overwhelm or just, sometimes we're missing a mineral or vitamin, or sometimes we don't have the enzyme to turn what we eat into what we need. So in a nutshell, that's what I do. I can elaborate on that further if you'd like.
Oh, I'm sure you can talk all day on this subject because you're so passionate about exactly what you deliver, which is beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah,
Just so beautiful.
some of my coworkers
Yes, for
I
sure.
do talk a
Now,
lot
if you think
sometimes.
about your whole career aspect, what really inspired you to go into this field specifically?
So I got into nursing. Initially, I thought I was going to be a gym teacher. I thought I did a kinesiology degree. I know a lot about fitness and health and nutrition and all that jazz. And on a side note, when I talk about nutrition, the best diet is probably the diet that works for you that you're going to stay on. The best exercise for you is probably the exercise that you can do consistently. But anyway, sorry,
Yeah.
tangent. I got into this initially. My mom got sick. She had cancer, and one of the nurses that took care of her was excellent. I had lots of chats with her, and she kind of pushed me into the profession. And then I got into the actual this business in IV Alchemy. Um, I've had to do a lot of my own healing. 5 years ago, I was on a handful of meds, and I mean, in retrospect, definitely depressed and not doing well, and sort of got myself out of that hole. And I realized we're lacking a lot in our Western traditional medical system. So I'd like to think I provide a little bit extra that is needed and warranted.
Oh, for sure. And I think there's so much neglect in a way that we provide ourselves because of lack of food or the right food and the lack of quality food, the lack of, a great lifestyle. And, you're bringing back what is missing.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, it's hard. I mean, I know some people just don't know about nutrition, and I think a lot of us are aware, and we just sort of justify I'm too busy, or I mean, unhealthy food tastes delicious for the most part. So it's in part listening to our bodies, and in part like, okay, maybe I am missing something. And then there's alcohol that just depletes all our B vitamins. So that's also a again, I keep hesitating to use the word easy. It's not easy, but I say like to replenish your B vitamins, I have a Myers cocktail for that.
And exactly. And I have a feeling that this service is greatly appreciated by those that have been on the bender the night before.
I've had some excellent. Actually, my favorite review, Google review, I could send it to you if you want. Was a person that messaged me, was hurting, and just bounced right back, and Yeah, her words were excellent. It's fun to see those immediate results. And
Oh,
honestly, some of my services you're not going to feel like it's just, it's like glutathione, master antioxidant, sort of like taking vitamin C. If you take vitamin C, you're not going to notice a difference. You just know that it's doing good for your body.
right.
Whereas some of the hangover stuff, I'm like, it's nice to see that immediate result. I also have that with some of my B12 clients. That
Okay.
the next, I'm actually surprisingly like the next day they're like, I have so much more energy. I'm like, excellent.
Oh, that's
I don't,
great.
I can't make a promise that's going to happen for everyone, but it's fun to see when it does.
Oh, wonderful. Now, share with us what has been your biggest challenge in getting this out to the masses here.
Oh, um, I don't know if I should say this, but I mean, I consider myself an excellent nurse. I am such a rookie with social media and marketing and accounting and all the back end. So not accounting isn't relevant to your question, but yeah, I'm not very active on social media, and so that's been a push that I am improving and will improve, and just yeah, I guess getting it out there. Like
Mhm.
you can when we
Right.
met, I mean, I think you can tell. Like I can speak on this all day. Like I am passionate about it, but I guess getting myself in front of the people that need to hear it has been a struggle. So I'm learning how to run a business is different than just I can put an IV in with my eyes closed. Well, maybe
Maybe. Well,
I
well,
wouldn't,
and yes.
but anyway,
But yes, and then I think now that you have launched into this new adventure, you're realizing maybe as well that, hey, this career path of being IV Alchemy, it also comes with different hats that I got to learn. Like you just said, social media, accounting, running a business. It's not just one career skill.
no,
There's
no, it's definitely
multiple
it's
skills involved that need to get developed. And you're in that starting phase of realizing, oh, I need to learn a little bit more. And you will. You're driven, you will learn it. It is just part of nature, right?
absolutely yeah.
Exactly. So this is fantastic. I mean, and you're already an experienced nurse, which will help. So your actual job or your service is easy. Your struggles is not doing or providing the service. It is the back end, like you said.
Yeah,
And in
exactly.
time, it'll come. It'll come, which is
Well, I
fantastic. And in the meantime, getting yourself out on the social media will be a big help. And working with referrals, right? That'll really help, and getting in contact with a lot of event planners and things like that. They can refer you for the post-wedding day.
yes, yes, absolutely, and I appreciate that. It's a good reminder that
Yes, it's getting connected with those people, right? To obviously get them to promote you. Hey, if you don't feel so good tomorrow because you've had too much to drink, give Patrick a call. He's going to help make your day go a lot better.
yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So in this business that you've now started, what are your greatest skills or assets that you find are a real huge benefit to yourself?
I would say the biggest asset I have is probably my own experience. I've spent decades, I've been nursing for 15 years, but I've spent decades on the other side of it as a patient, and going from specialist to specialist to specialist who wasn't sure what to do and just threw more meds into my cocktail. I've learned, amongst other things, a lot of empathy, and even little things like, one time I remember going to emerge, and I've got good veins, and they put my IV like right, we call this antecubital, right in the middle of my elbow, so I had to keep my arm straight for like 30 hours. Whereas so now when I've got a longer infusion, I'm like, hey, let's look lower. I know what it's like. You don't want to keep your arm straight for 5 hours, or not that I in IV Alchemy there aren't many 5 hour infusions, but in my other infusion job there are. So I think my biggest asset is just, might sound trite, but I genuinely care. I can put myself in the position of the client, of the patient. And I know everyone is unique, and I know we are a entire energetic being, like sometimes when there's a problem with your stomach, it's not necessarily stomach. Maybe sometimes your shoulder pain comes from your ankle. Like we're all connected, so to speak.
Definitely. Definitely.
I don't
Pain
know if
in
that
one
answered your
location.
question. I
Yeah,
do a lot of,
yeah, it is. No, and pain in one location doesn't necessarily mean that's where the problem is.
yeah, exactly.
Hmm. And it, deciphering that is a big thing. And having the experience of being on both sides, on the receiving end of medical care and also providing medical care, that's a great point. Where do you want to place the IV to make it the most comfortable, to make it the most seamless, the most fluid is, a wonderful service benefit that you're providing to your clientele.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, and it's a great thing, right? So, what would you give advice to somebody? Let's say there's other nurses out there that would like to start up this kind of business in the city that they live in. What would you recommend or advise them before they get started?
That's a great question. I would say, I mean, you know why you want to do it, because I think some people get into. I've heard nurses talk about getting into, the aesthetics, and it's like, oh, it's good money. And I mean, this is more of a philosophy than a knowing, but I think you can make money doing whatever you're doing. So make sure you either enjoy what you're doing or you're passionate about it. I mean, get into it for the right reasons, so to speak. Um, and
And
get some experience.
yes,
I wouldn't jump into it right after university. Like get some experience. I mean, I worked 5 years in the neonatal ICU, and I mean I learned a lot of things, and a lot of things that are specific with neonates and babies. But I came out being very good at IVs, which is definitely a skill. And now my clients very much appreciate that. So many times like, oh, that didn't hurt. I'm like, yeah. Um, but
that's a benefit, right?
yeah, absolutely. And I guess just talk to people that are already doing it. I probably did too much of trying to do it on my own. I wish I had, conferred with more business owners and people that are doing it already, learning from other people's mistakes.
Right.
I mean, we're all going to make 1,000 mistakes anyway, and learn from those myself. But
Exactly. And you made a very good point. If money is your focus, you're in it for the wrong reason, and
thank you.
the
Yeah.
long term won't be there. You will fail before you succeed or ever even have a chance to succeed because your drive and your motivation isn't there to keep going when things get tough and rough. And in business, it's a cycle. Things go up, things go down. It depends on a lot of different factors.
Well,
So if
I
money
appreciate
is
you.
your driving factor, don't start on any business, really.
Well,
You have to
thank you for
love what
saying
you're
that.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like I said, that's a belief right now, but it's good to hear that you agree with that. So
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, I've been in business a long time already. So, and I love it, which is great, right? That's the whole point of it. And that's probably why we're still around after all these almost 2 decades.
hmm.
The Share with us maybe what has been like a unique or a fun achievement or a fun event or something that you like to share about when you were doing your IV alchemy.
Well, I don't know if I have a great story with an event. I mean, I just launched in November, so we're still new. This is our first year.
Yes.
I will be providing IVs at a music festival this at Sonic Springs, and I'm excited to do that festival circuit. Um, right now, it's just the small wins. It's
Yes.
the hey, had too much the night before. I'm really hurting. Can you help me? And 3 hours later, like, okay, wow, I do feel much better. And like I said, the B12 clients that two in particular just like immediate results. And I'm very cautious. I don't want to make any promises. Everyone asks me like, how will I feel? I'm like, everyone's different. I certainly expect you to feel a little bit better. I hope you feel much better. And then it's sort of that under promise, over deliver. I don't, it's healthcare, so everyone's different. But
Exactly. Yeah, and being that you're so experienced in healthcare, you know that not everybody reacts the same to everything that
no.
gets given out, you know?
Hmm. And
Yeah.
I'm
And,
also I think I'm very good at tiptoeing around. I have a lot of knowledge and awareness with like mind body connection and placebo effect and self talk and all that. And although I don't explicitly say that to people, I will tiptoe around the fact of like, we our mind does have an effect on how our body reacts. So, let's think positively. And some people ask me, what side effects should I look for? I'm like, and my answer is, if you look hard enough for something, you might find it. So I think just pay attention to your body and be curious and don't ignore any sensation. But if I tell you you're going to get a headache, I think there's a good chance you'll get a headache.
right.
Again, we're getting into philosophy and beliefs a little bit, but
Yes, but there is some truth to that, and science has backed that already.
yeah. Oh, placebo
Right.
effect is real. I can share some very cool studies if we,
Oh, I'm sure you
that's ever.
could. You've been in the industry so long, you've read so much and learned so much already.
Yeah.
But with your IV Alchemy, what are your future goals, or your, like, let's say, your 1 to 5 year plan? What is your ultimate?
It's a great question. I've thought about that, and it's always changing and evolving. I mean, right. Well, step one would be to, right now I still work at an infusion clinic, so plan to, like, take Avi Alchemy to be my main gig. That would be great. Um, and yeah, just be more involved in like bachelorette parties, cottage weekends. I also do music. I play guitar, and I can keep a campfire going for a few hours. So kind of to marry that along with the IV Alchemy, offer a combined package of like, hey, let me entertain you in the night, and we'll take care of you in the morning. And
That's great. And
yeah,
I
I mean, sorry, and just
no, no,
like,
yeah, finish.
to bring other nurses on, I would love to, you know not just have a great job, but provide a great job for others.
Right, exactly. And it's something like having a, let's say, there's more and more I see retreats coming up that people are hosting for business that are being held in Airbnbs, let's say. So it's like 5 to 10 participants in a large Airbnb. How many can you accommodate? Let's say if somebody's on a business retreat and they want to implement a little bit of health and wellness, that they bring in somebody like yourself to deliver maybe some nutrition, right?
Yeah. No, that's a great question. And I would ask how much time you have. I mean, myself right now, right away, I could probably serve 3 or 4 people kind of scattered. And if it was a group of 10, I would ask for another nurse's assistant.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Um,
it's good to know,
but
right?
yeah, we could serve larger groups.
Yes. Perfect. That's excellent. Yeah, it's just, ideas, right? For people to kind of get a sense of where this can go and how they can bring it into their own events.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that. And I think a great answer for your question is continuing conversations with people like you and other business owners that sometimes have a good vision for what it could be.
Yes. Yes. And networking events are always great. There's so many of them out there. It's finding one that works for you, where
Hmm.
you're going to potentially find, the most potential leads that will come your way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you share a fun fact about yourself before we end our session?
Well, I hinted at being a musician.
Hmm.
I don't know when this is going to air, but myself, my partner, and one other aerialist, we're actually performing at the Kempville Busker Fest on May 16th. And then my partner, Melissa, she runs the Ottawa Aerial Circus Festival. That's the following weekend. And I'm hosting a game show called Whose Prop Is It Anyway? So
Okay.
I'm going to get kind of like Whose Line Is It Anyway? Interactive improv game show. But yeah, I like to play music and perform, and I used to perform in a lot of bars and pubs, and I've kind of gotten out of that lately. So it's fun
Yeah.
to perform again, and I've got a
It's a
few
good
originals
place.
for.
It's a good place to promote your service, though.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, it's
Yeah,
I should actually
absolutely it
that's
is.
a I should get back into playing. Like, hey, tomorrow
Well,
morning if you're hurting.
yeah, make sure those those little flyers that you can make in advance every time you go to do a show somewhere that they get circulated would be great, right?
Yeah,
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share all of your contact details below, and that way anybody who wishes to connect with you, they can do so. And they can also follow you on your social media, right? Which is the
totally.
whole goal, or one of
Yeah,
the goals anyways. So I really want to say thank you for joining me here today. I know you're crazy busy and you need to get back at it and help many people out today. So that is wonderful. And I look forward to seeing you at the next event.
awesome. I do as well. Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.